and over and over and over again in Backpage or eBay Classifieds or Oodle. But if you say yes, then it just goes for the unique. Still, it was like 19,786 or something like that for Dallas services. Reply quantity, it's just going to run through. So anyway, where do we go from here? Backpage URL, that's just if you want to start at a particular URL on Backpage and run it out. Not many people are going to want to do that. I won't even necessarily show it. You can play with it all you want. But that would be if you're starting from a particular section of Backpage, just grab the URL, browse to it here, and you can do that. You can go like this, backpage.com. And when it gets there, say, I want to go to this category, and I want to go to this, whatever it is, and I just want to start literally right here. You can take it and copy it and paste it here. And when you do that, it'll just do this instead. It'll ignore that, that, and that. It'll just do that instead. Well, whatever. Control A, delete. Okay, random IP. The Cap2 supports IP refreshing. So however many messages you need to go before you need to switch out IPs. So far, it seems great with even like 30. And so I'll just do 27. Multi-threading, this is beautiful. It's like, how many threads do you want? There's the main thread and then all these side threads. So the maximum is really 9. It's 8 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 6 plus 1. That's how many it'll run at one time. And it opens up separate windows, and you can see everything happening on one window. And you get the previews of all the other windows running at the same time, so you can see how that goes. Let me just choose 4. That's 5 total. Okay, and with 5 total, I want the random IP to refresh every, like, let's say 5th cycle, so like 25. I want it to change out. Okay, that's just thinking it through. But it doesn't really matter. You can put any number in here. You can choose any number of threads. Just keep in mind it's based on the strength of your computer. And 8, I mean, that's kind of like a stretch right now until we come up with a better way. We get misfirings, mismatched emails, stuff like that. But it doesn't matter because it goes and auto corrects itself. Heck, I can even do 8 and just show you the glitchy version. Doesn't matter because it auto corrects. If it misses the CAPTCHA code, which it'll do, it'll beat CAPTCHA. Look at this. Let me go to Tools. Tiny URL, kind of forget about that. That's experimental. With the update, we'll explain it more. CAPTCHA service accounts. If you do a tiny URL, you put in a destination, whatever URL you really want people going to, but only use 1 for the quantity right now because it's glitchy beyond that. And it's no thing. I mean, forget about it. But for CAPTCHA account services, it supports 3 kinds of CAPTCHA. Death by CAPTCHA, deCAPTCHA, or bypass CAPTCHA. In my case, I have a deCAPTCHA account, so let me just put my stuff in here. Probably thought you were going to see my pass, huh? And then the port number happens to be 19242, okay? And it's like $2 for every 1,000 CAPTCHAs it breaks, okay? So that's cheap marketing, man. That's $1 for 500 CAPTCHAs, okay? That's like 5 per penny, 5 replies per penny. That's just cheap marketing. So that's awesome. So just close it. Boom. I've got it in there. And I can go back and make sure it's still there. There it is. And I can see what my balance is. That way I always know. That way if I need to add more money, I will. Now, don't worry about auto wait. We haven't seen a reason for this. This means that on each thread, it'll wait a certain number of seconds before it continues. But since we're changing out the IP address anyway on our own control and we're still beating CAPTCHAs, then this doesn't really seem to be serving a purpose after all. So never mind. Now, we get to choose our files for our emails, our messages, and destination URL, where it is we want people to go to. The way the destination URL works is it's going to put the destination URL below the file in the body of the message. So it'll put in the message and you'll say something like, click the link below. And then the link below will be randomly selected from your list of URLs. So if you have a bunch of URLs, you can auto swap through them that way. So what do we have here? 3 spun messages. This is my messages. For those of you that don't know anything about spinner syntax, don't worry about it. Just paste in 1 message. Okay? And so I've got 3 messages in here. Closes the spinner syntax down here. Notice it supports line breaks. See all these paragraph breaks? All these line breaks? Completely okay in the spinner syntax. So that's awesome. That way your messages look natural because they have natural paragraph breaks. All right, so beyond that, 50 spun emails. There you go, 50 spun emails. Somebody said, how do I make these emails unique again so that not everyone's got the same batch of emails? Because, you use the same email on Backpage too much, then they'll block you.